The first man that appears after your divorce is the biggest mistake of your life. Not one of the biggest mistakes, the biggest relationship mistake of your life. I have never been so hurt by a man as I was hurt by him, leveled in every way. And this is what I see happen most often. This man will show up prior to the divorce being completely legal. You've been separated, but the ink is not yet dry on the divorce papers. I made a TikTok about this a while ago. I said, there's a man who will show up after divorce and lead you to believe in love again. It is very important that you run him over with your car and then run as fast and furious in the opposite direction as you can. And the comment section blew up with women saying, this is true. I was destroyed by this man, and a lot of women married this man, and the second marriage and the second divorce was far worse in every area than the first. And if they didn't marry him, they will say that the breakup was far worse than the divorce. So let's talk about why he shows up, why you can't resist him even though you should, and how to survive him, because we can. For many women, the fact that a wonderful man is giving you time and attention is, well, the real danger. The wonderful part is the danger, because you haven't been in something wonderful for who knows how long. So you're blindsided and it feels so good and you love it. You love the attention. You love the laughs. You love the affection. You love all the nice things that he says to you. You love the companionship. He's attracted to you. You probably find him attractive, which also adds to everything. And he will lead you to believe that you have something really special. And you will think you have something really special in light of what you've just exited. This man is going to take advantage of your good graces. This man is going to prey on your vulnerability and the fact that you're weak and that you're needy and that you're longing. My gosh, I could come up with a list of probably 4 men that did this to me. They want to be the hero. They want to swoop in. They love that you are gushing over them and all of the nice things that they're doing, which in reality is just breadcrumbs, but breadcrumbs feels like the whole damn bakery. In my own experience, this eroded every ounce of my confidence and left me leveled and devastated. The way that they prey on this level of vulnerability that you are going through and the sadness and the grief that you carry is a cruelty beyond words. I was tortured mentally and emotionally. And right now, I am watching a dear friend of mine go through this exact same thing. The shark is circling the pond as she is trying to come out of the trenches of the despair of her divorce. And you see, it's not about him. It's about when he arrives. It's all about the timing. He needs you to be in this broken down condition. The good morning text, the compliment, things that you wouldn't cross the street for when you are whole and healed feels like a rescue mission at this point. You've been dropped at sea and he's the only ship in sight coming to pull you out of the water. And so we cling. We're desperate to get out of this depressing state of divorce. So of course he's enticing. Combine that with the hope of a second chance at love, the hope at a new relationship made right that's healthy. And hope is a beautiful thing, and that's exactly what he is using on you. Men who come in at this stage, they smell it on you. You're an opportunity and you have very low resistance. You're going to give him everything and he knows it. My friend and I have been talking about her current situation because obviously I want to help her avoid what I know is going to devastate her in this fragile state. She knows the signs are there. They do not align on values. They do not align on family. They don't have a shared vision for the future. Everything is a red flag. But the pull is so strong. It is so strong. You can't even put logic in and help you get yourself out. Her feelings are enormous and he is playing her like a fiddle. Everything with him is hot and cold. He says he has strong feelings, but then no real effort to see her in person. That's not a contradiction. That's a strategy. And women have this way of taking words as a down payment on action that never comes. She is a damsel. He loves being the hero. You see, these men are not attracted to you, to her, to me. They're attracted to the distress that we're in, which means the healthier that you get, the less he's going to want you. And maybe you've already experienced this in your marriage. Maybe in the beginning you were weak and you were broken and you got away with a lot of things. And then as you started to stand firm and find your voice and have an opinion, he desired you less and less, and he made it very clear that he was no longer attracted to this particular version of you. That's what's happening here. So here's what you need to know. As you move forward, this man is coming for you. So don't look at him as the knight in shining armor. Recognize the timing of his arrival, the state that you're in, and what he gets from you being in this state. Eyes wide open, he's coming for you. The second thing is to do this sort of test. Would this man have made you pitter patter and flutter 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Is anything that he's doing really that spectacular? Are you falling in love or are you just falling out of pain? Those are two very different things. Try to shut down access. It's impossible to shut down the feelings. Let's be real. It's like trying to stop the ocean from coming up on the shore. The feelings will be there, but texting him back, going to see him, all of those things are choices that you do have some amount of control over. Flex your authority where you have it. And this is a really big one, and we hear this a lot. Don't make any major life decisions within the first year post-divorce. No relocating unless it's absolutely necessary and you're leaving the marital home. No relationships. Some would argue don't get into a relationship for 5 years. No meeting the kids. No getting married. If that's your mentality and you understand that you really need this time and space to regroup, then you won't do anything too crazy, too permanent, too damaging. And truth be told, I don't want you to go through what I went through. It took me way too long to climb out of that place of devastation. And it wasn't like I just woke up one day and came to my senses. It was a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of neglect, a lot of self-abuse for going back thinking that I could make something of this relationship that had no legs to stand on. And one of the biggest things to remember and to recognize is that you're not weak. You're not crazy. You're just standing in this really vulnerable place, which is why we need to have these conversations to alert one another, to look out for one another, to help each other know what's coming and make better choices. You see, you are a wounded person and someone put a target on your back and that's on him. That doesn't mean love is over. It was never him. He's not it. Your next chapter starts right here where you're standing, not when some other man appears. When you can walk into a room whole and healed and not wanting breadcrumbs, that's when it has a chance at being real. When you're choosing, not clinging. If you have a man like this who's currently popping up on your phone, do you have a car? Oh, I've said too much.